Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday morning. It's 9:33 on the East Coast. For some, it's started a work week. Let's give some people some time to come in before I start my talking. Once again, good morning. Atmosphere, good morning. Meet, good morning. How was y'all weekend? Hope y'all weekend was good. Hey, Atmosphere, I know it's early, but you took care of that birthday girl? Yeah, it was crazy. Give it another 30 seconds before I start talking what I'm talking about. Meek, how was your weekend? No, ain't no way in the atmosphere. You was at the cell all weekend. You was prepping all day Friday to get that to her. What happened? Did you clam up? Did you clam up atmosphere? She don't bite. Only if you wanted to, probably. I don't know. That's what they got back chat for and all of those other things. So I'm gonna stick a pin in that atmosphere. But today, I want to talk about trust, right? What is trust? Do we understand like what trust really is? You know, let's start with a meaning. Trust means a firm belief and a reliability, the ability or strength of someone or something, right? So if that's what trust is, the question is, how do we build it? Because that's one of the questions that the example says. Relations have to be built on trust. How do we start building trust, right? Do we just allow people to do we allow people to just give our trust to people? You know, is it like respect? Because some people think respect is earned. I, on the other hand, believe that respect is given. For example, I will give you respect when I meet you, but I will allow you to earn it, to let it grow or break it. I believe that's what I will do with trust. Like I trust everybody that I, speak to until they give me a reason not to trust them. Is that the right way to go? For some, maybe not. But for me, that's just the way I go about things. Like I could trust me if I tell her something. She'll tell a joke about it, but I don't think she'll go and blab it to the whole world. I trust atmosphere. I believe he'll keep it between us. Cause sometimes with trust you have to start with a person's character, right? If you know somebody's gossipy, would you really trust them? If you see somebody has malice in their heart, would you really trust them? You know what I mean? It's like we have to understand that sometimes while trust can be a person, it can also be a verb. You have to show action for the trust, right? But with all of those things, whether it's a noun or a verb, you have to allow it to grow. It's like a seed. If you plant the seed, it has to grow. So is trust. You don't got to give everybody all of yourself and believe that they're going to trust you. Trust them with it. You just go about and you allow it to grow. Just like I said, if it's in a relationship, you trust them for a little bit, and then as the relationship goes on, you let it grow, you let it blossom, you let it do all of these things. That's what trust is. Now, here's the question: why do we not understand that there's some people in the world that's not worthy of our trust? Why do you know whether it's close family, quote unquote close friends, whatever? Why do we believe that no one is going to break our trust? How confident how confident are we to believe that we are doing so well that somebody's not going to be upset with us and break the trust? It'd be sad if I confided in somebody and they turn around and weaponize it against me. That's a possibility. And that's why a lot of friendships don't go the way it goes, because everybody think because you a friend, I should trust you. If I speak to you, I should trust you. I'm not going to trust you with the greatest of secrets. I'll trust you with the little things. Even if we go trial by error, you can go about it that way and see how far you can trust a person. If I tell a person, you know what, I got 4 toes on my right foot, and then it goes around, he got 4 toes on his right. All right, I know who I told first. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Trial by error. But trust is needed to go forward in life. Trust is needed to go forth in friendships. Trust is needed to go forth in relationships. Without those things, how can you build a relationship? How is it possible? Do we think it's possible that we can build a relationship without trust? And if so, what type of relationship is it really? Is it an association? Because a lot of people believe that an association is a relationship. But if you just associate with somebody, do you really trust them? You see? So those are the things that we have to really think about going forth. You know what I mean? It's 2024. It's time to start putting steps in order to go forward. We're all going to hit a new season soon. I truly believe that. For me, this is the fourth quarter. For me, this is the last 2 minutes of the game. Now, I believe I'm winning, so I have to trust myself that I can secure myself to win the game. Good morning, Cheeky. How you feeling? I need to build the trust so I can go forward with my game plan. You need to build your trust to begin your programs or start your steps for your new season. Without trust, you're going to be running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Just running, moving around, no direction, no aim, no goal, no nothing. You have to trust somebody, even if it's one person. Come on, CC. Even if it's one person, you have to find a way to have that trust with the person that you can confide in. You have to find that trust to say, you know what, I'm hurting. I need your advice, or I just need you to just listen to me so I can just tell you what the problem is. But because we are in a world of distrust, we don't feel comfortable talking to people. We don't feel comfortable with anything with trust. And it's a shame, because how do we go forward without it? Excuse me, really, how can we go forward without this? Who can you trust? Who can you run to? Right? Back in the days, you may have had your parents. Back in the days, you may have had a brother or a sister. Back in the days, you may have had a best girlfriend. Or for the fellas, you had that homie. Now we so distant from everybody that we don't have trust. We don't trust nobody. We sleep with one eye open when it comes to these trusting issues, these trusting relationships, because we so worried about being stabbed in the back, all because normal things ain't normal. We supposed to have trust in people. Situation's supposed to grow, but we just don't trust nothing to go the way it goes, and that's not a good thing. So how do we build that? How do we take the time to build a conversation so I can trust you? Like I said, I believe I trust everybody. I trust everybody to a certain extent, and I don't mind putting nobody through a trial by fire. You know, it's certain things that you can see it, you can sense it. The Bible say, "Try the spirits, was to see the spirit is of God." Well, trust is something like that. So you got to say, "Listen, all right, hey, Cheeky, uh, I have a broken finger on my left hand." Now, if nobody comes back to me and reported, okay, now I see she don't talk too much, you know. So now you can say, all right, I trust her. I came to her in confidence. I confided in her, and nobody knows about it. Hey, Meek, I'm coming to Virginia to come visit you to make sure that you're okay. Now, if nobody knows about it, and I popped up and saw her, and hey, it happened. All right, well, bust it down was in the VA. Holla at me. Dang, me, you telling that business? All right, I can't trust you with it. Not saying that you would. I'm just saying you have to find a way to build it. Just like in any relationship, you have to build. Nothing is done overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. The world wasn't built overnight. And the greatest creator of all created that. And it wasn't done overnight. So why are we expecting that trust could be just built overnight? It's impossible. It's not. It takes work. How do we work at it though? Let's have the conversation. How do we build this thing? What do we need to do? I know that there's a lot of guarded people. I believe that people trust me because my character said so. It's things that people tell me that I feel like a vault. I got so much, I have people tell me so many different things. It's not my place to tell it, and that's how I build trust with everybody. I have conversations in the background with people, and people may not know about it. Those who's listening and know me, they know what I'm talking about. Those that catch the replay and know me know what I'm talking about. All because I want people to trust me and feel comfortable in having a conversation with me. Why is that so bad? Why is it so hard for others to do? Why? It's unbelievable that there's so many people that don't trust anybody. It's so unbelievable that you can't tell somebody a little something. People lie just to see if you're telling the truth of your trust. We have to find a way to build our trust, and it's just not family, it's friends. It's like on here, there's a lot of good people on this app, despite what everybody thinks. But you gotta seek them. You gotta build that up in them. Oh, well, good morning. You have to figure out what type of trust I can put into somebody. You gotta vet. You gotta do the work. Well, I'm gonna hit Uncle Well up and tell him, you know what I mean? We're gonna have a podcast together or something like that. That's not, if Uncle Well feel comfortable, don't tell nobody. If he tells, there's only two people that knows the story, me and him. So I wouldn't, if it gets out, I can't tell him nothing. But if it doesn't, okay, that's a good step. That's a good foundation in a relationship. Trust. Without trust, you cannot go nowhere. Without trust, you can't love. Without trust, you can't gain faith. Without faith, you can't be faithful. Trust is a foundation in every aspect of a relationship. It has to be a founding foundation. It has to be. Otherwise, who you going to trust? Good morning, Tough Love. We have to establish trust. Like I said, I believe I trust everybody, If I gotta put you through the test, so be it. But it ain't gonna be some grand. It's like if I give you $1, I want to see what you do with the dollar. If you give it to somebody, oh, okay, I could tell who you are. If you spend $1 on nonsense, I can see who you are. If you invest $1, I can see who you are. Well, which one of them will I trust? I sure ain't gonna trust the one that ain't gonna that ain't gonna do nothing with the dollar because you just got it in your pocket. You trying to hold on to it for dear life. I'm not gonna trust the one that's gonna waste $1 because it didn't mean anything to you. Trust is a value. Trust is an asset. But we got to figure out who's worthy of this trust, who's worthy of the asset. So try them. Trial by fire. It's okay. You know, we just have to do this thing. But we have to understand that without it, nothing can be built. Not a friendship, not a family ship, not a relationship, not a lovership, whatever you want to call it. It can't be done without trust. We have to sit down and figure out if that person is worthy of our trust, our confidence. We have to. If we don't, we'll just hold everything in. And we know that pressure bust pipes. And with that pipe being burst, somebody may gain anxiety. Someone may gain depression. Someone may be a warrior to the umpteenth degree. All because we don't have that outlet to trust somebody. Trust is an outlet. It is. But we just don't give outlets to anybody because we understand or we fear more than we understand that everybody's not worthy of it, one, and somebody's going to use it against us, two, and they're not trustworthy, period. So how do we gain this? How do we build this? How do we sit down and have the conversation? What do we need to go forward? Ask yourself that, just like I'm asking myself that. How can I do this? Right now, for me, I'm preparing for the season, the new season. Everybody's new season is coming. Let's start preparing. I believe that trust is one of the things that we have to start to build in order to have the new season progress. Let's start building now. Let's not wait till the last minute. Let's start today. How can I trust you? All right, I trust tough love. I'm gonna tell tough love, yo, listen, man. I know we're related because A, B, and C. Now that he probably won't go back and tell anybody, so I know, okay, he's one of those people that may be private. So, but you got to try it. You got to try that person. You got to really see if that person is worth it. We can't just be giving things away. We don't have enough to give away. If we keep giving things away, what do we have for ourselves? I know everybody want their book to be, they like to be an open book, but everything ain't for everybody. What you go through ain't for everybody. There's people out here that's hurting physically and won't tell a soul because they're afraid that they can't trust nobody. It's time for us to say, you know what? It's okay to tell me what your problem is. I'm here for you. I have to show that I'm worthy of your trust, and people have to be worthy of yours too. There's nothing wrong with that. She said, if you try it and it doesn't work, separate yourself from them. Yeah. Jamal Fareed, good morning. You have to see for yourself. You know, everything, everything ain't meant to do something else with it, but gain a friendship, gain a conversation, everything, go and have the conversation on the side, build something on the side. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like you trying to, holler at CC if she conversates with you. It's not like somebody's trying to holler at atmosphere if somebody's in the background trying to conversate with them. Not in that fashion, not in that relationship. It's other type of relationships besides the one we glorify, the one we put as a high esteem. Friendship is a relationship. It is. If we understand that you know the goal is to be a friend, you should be able to build the trust with somebody to be that friend. We can't just automatically, well, the whole world is bad, so I can't trust nobody. Nah. That's why, you know, if you're trying to trust somebody, get away from those people that don't trust. Get away from them people that, you know, that have those attitudes to where, you know, the whole world is not trustworthy. Find out for yourself. Take the time, right? We got family members. The first thing we do, we believe all the family members are trustworthy. Not really. You know, people do some crazy things in their family. People, yo, I remember, look, y'all ever hear the story like, yo, I remember you was peeing in the bed. That ain't for everybody to know. We all know people peed in the bed, but why are we talking about that today? You know what I mean? We're grown people now. And if you got that problem now, you definitely ain't telling nobody that. But if you got that silly family member, yo, you know he's still peeing in the bed and he's 8 and 10 and 12. Nobody wants to walk around being shamed. But if you got trust, you can hold your head up high, like, oh, I can talk to somebody in confidence. I can trust that this person is with me and not against me. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that relationship. We're gonna need that foundation in coming next year, 2024. We're gonna need it. Let's make that one of the stepping stones in our new season. Nothing wrong with that. We're on the final countdown. Let's begin today. Why wait? Don't be the last minute person. Don't be like those people that, oh well, oh my God, I forgot this. No, let's start planning today. Let's get a head start. So let's start building trust with people. Let's start having a conversation. What do I need to trust you? What do y'all need for me so that y'all can find trust in me? That's what I want to talk about. Let's have that conversation. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm pretty sure I may not be everybody's cup of tea when it comes to trust. I'm good with that. But I still have to make myself available for someone to trust me. So I got to do the things that I need to do. Oh, okay. You went over there. Oh, that's cool. It's not my story to tell. That's why people can trust me. I'll let you tell the story. And then I will come behind you like, hey, how did you feel telling that story? You all right about that? How did you feel telling your testimony? Good morning, cuz. How do you feel about that? Did you feel comfortable saying that conversation? Let's start making trust a priority. Let's not just throw things away let's not throw relationships away because we don't trust each other. Like I said, a relationship without trust, you might as well call yourselves associates because you're not going to do anything to have a conversation. You just know a person, or you think you know. You just say hi and bye. That's an association to me. If it's a business association, you're going to do all the work because you don't trust that person to do their part of the job. But that's how it is in everyday life. You have to build it. You have to build that relationship so you can trust that person to do that part in your life. I got a brother. He knows if anything goes down, atmosphere, we ain't talking about that. You know what? I'll holler at you later. He knows that if anything goes down, I'm going to be there. Because at the end of the day, if I feel like that's all I got, I'm going to turn stones over just to show you that I'm here for you. I understand my assignment. I understand that we all we got. So I need you to understand you can trust me with your problems. Hey, bro, I'm sick. All right, you want to go to the hospital? What's wrong? Hey, bro, I need a couple of dollars. All right, bro, come through. Hey, bro, I need a place to stay. All right, let's have a conversation. Listen, I ain't going to ask you to do A, B, and C. I just need you to get on your feet and then do what you need to do. I'm going to trust you to do that. Just like you felt you could trust me, hopefully, to be there for you. Now, if you're using me, I got to see it. This might be one of the only times that you may want to see it to believe it. I'm one of the people that want to believe it, and then I got to see it. I like doing things from the inside out. For a lot of people, that's not a thing for them. They go outside in. I'm coming from the inside out. I believe that everybody has it in them to be trustworthy. I do. Even those that like, that like beefing and chaos and mayhem, I believe they have it in them. Is it my job to find it? No. I just believe that they have it in them. They got to establish it. They got to show it out. But I know I got it, and I'm gonna show it. I could tell Coco BX, hey, Coco BX, I've been talking to the family, and the family feels like they don't like me because I'm new. Now, if it gets out, I only told one person, but I'm believing that she's that stand-up person to where she ain't going to do that. As a matter of fact, she might be one of the people that, hey, which one of them is it? Let me holler at them. No, I don't need you to fight the battle. I just want you to. I'm just venting to you because I may come out of pocket and go to the left when I don't need to go to the left. But I trust her enough to have that conversation with her if that's what it is. We all need that in this life. I don't care. We're, like I told y'all before, I did a whole live on it. We're not meant to be by ourselves. That's in a relation. That's in as boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, family, whatever. We're not meant to do this by ourselves. If the Bible tells us to be fruitful and multiply, that means we got to build something within that, and trust is one of them. If I build, like I said, if I build a relationship with atmosphere, I'm expecting him to do what he's supposed to do, and he's going to expect the same from me. That's where trust comes in. We have to start building trust in order for things to go well in our lives. That's why people pray to God. I don't trust man. Okay, well, you guys, let's see how that goes. You don't trust yourself. Do we trust ourselves? That's the real question. How much do we trust ourselves? Not to overdo it. How much do we trust ourselves not to step out of bounds? It's going back to trust. I can't trust you if I don't trust myself. Damn, I don't trust myself. I might fall for that girl. Damn, I don't trust myself around that dude. I'm gonna stay away from him. Let me stay away from her. The trust needs to be built. My family tells me, yo, you a family romantic. Okay, yeah, I believe that all families can work things out for the most part. I understand that bridges can be burned down, like, yeah, I understand that. But for the most part, we stop talking over nonsense because we felt like I can't trust you with a nickel, or I can't trust you with my deepest, darkest secret. It takes a lot for Coco BX to come out here and tell her testimony. It ain't my job but to sit there and respect that. I will never dispute that. I could never say, well, damn, she just keep talking about this. No, that's her story. Like Meek right now, she going through something. She's not going through anything, but it may not be going the way she wants. but she's trusting her process. She's trusting that God told her to go there, and she's there, and she's going to get to where she needs to get to. Trust is always needed in our everyday life. I trust I made the right decision. I trust I heard the right voice tell me to go ahead and step out. I trust that someone told me the right thing, that I'm going in the right direction. Hey, where's Main Street? Make the right. I'm going to trust that you told me that right direction. But a lot of us have to build it. You start from the bare minimum. Hey, listen, man, how old are you? Oh, I'm 18. No, damn well you're 27. If I can't trust you to tell me the truth about your age, what can I trust you with? House of Urban, good morning. You know, Friday, they like, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Was Craig lying? We don't know. Well, watch the movie and see. But we have to start somewhere with trust. Hey, man, yo, man, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Not knowing good and well, you ain't got $1 in your pocket, a pot to piss in, or a window to throw it out. Stop thinking that everybody's against you. It's time for us to turn around and say, yo, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going through A, B, and C. Yo, I ain't got the strength to tie my shoe. Could you tie my shoe for me? Just tie the person's shoe. And if they feel comfortable in telling you what's wrong with why they can't tie their shoe, they building trust with you. Don't waste it. Don't turn it into a hold it over my head scenario. We as regular human beings got to stop doing that. Stop doing that. You know that person couldn't tie their shoe to save their life. Yo, I can't read. That don't mean we go out there and jip them. We, let's build the trust. Okay, well, since you can't read, let me tell you what this says. You won $1 million. Not yo, this says you won $1,000. I'm gonna keep 990 to myself. That's not what this is about. We have to go about trusting people. We have to build the trust. Take your time and build trust. Rome wasn't built in a day. The world wasn't built in a day. And for those that got a wall up, Jericho wasn't. It took 7 days for that wall to come down. Let's start removing things and let's start rebuilding our trust with each and every one of us that we felt that we lost because we couldn't trust them. And if it's a lost cause, then wash your hands and keep it going. But find somebody that you can trust. Find somebody that you can confide in. Let's do what we can to be a better version of us through trust. This is not the time. There's people dying every day. Every day you turn around, a friend is dying, a relative is dying. And they'd be dying because for the most part, they didn't feel the trust to tell you that there was something wrong with them. That hurts. It really does. How can we go around and act like everything's hunky-dory? We can see a person hunched over. Oh, they're going to be all right. How do we know that? Because if that person felt like it was comfortable to listen, man, I got an ulcer in my stomach. Or I got a tumor in my stomach. But people, listen, just because you trust somebody and somebody responds to you, it's not out of pity. Please understand that. Maybe somebody give a damn about you. Maybe someone has that compassion for you, to care for you that much. It's not about being pity, man. I could love somebody and say, yo, let me help you. It's not about pity. Love is not pity. Trust is not pity. Trust is a strength, not a liability. So don't weaponize somebody's trust for you. And don't allow me to weaponize it for anybody else. If you see it, call it out. G, you really weaponizing that person's trust, man. You laying a lot on them. Yeah, no, we can't do that either. We can't put more on the people's plate because we trust them to hold it. I'm not here to dump my whole world problems. I don't expect you to believe that I'm here for the same reason. But we have to understand that trust is a necessity. It's an asset and not a liability. Let's not think it's pity. Let's not weaponize it. Let's use it for what it is, man. It's a strength. Somebody might need that strength. Like, oh man, I'm about to lose my job. I'm about to lose my apartment. I'm about to lose my home. Yeah, you're right. You're right, cuz. Don't weaponize this thing. Don't weaponize the trust that's given to you. Allow it to be a strength. Build upon that. Make it stronger than what it was. Add to it. Improve it. Make it stronger than it was given to you. All right, I need a dollar. All right, I need $1. All right. Well, now you ain't got to worry about that because I'm gonna give you 100. Damn, you trust me like that? Yeah. If you lose a relationship over some money, then the trust was never there in the beginning. If you lose a friendship over sex and it wasn't there to begin with. If you lose a relationship over anything that's crazy, it was never there to begin with. And we have to understand that without this trust, we're all gonna be by ourselves. And we should not be just leaving it for those that got kids. We should not just be leaving it to our kids. Our kids, only when we get to the point of we can't do it ourselves, is not our helpmate in all of our lives. They're not. They need a life of their own too. That's like me turning to my son and say, son, I need you for 30 years until I die. No, that's crazy. He got a whole life to get. There's a whole life out there ahead of him. Why would I do that to him? I'm not selfish like that. Trust is not selfish like that. Love is not selfish like that. If I need you, I need you. If you need me, call me. Text me. I'm here for you. You know what I mean? That's what trust is for. That's what this thing is about. Right? So here we go. How we start building this trust, everybody? What do we got to do? Let's make this our foundation going into 2024. Trust that your new season is going to come. Plant the seeds. You can start today or you can wait to the last minute. I'd rather you start early because now you can prepare for the stormy days because there will be stormy days. There will be days where it's snowing and it's cold. Don't act like this is Southern Cal. I know you're not in Southern Cal, CC, but you know it rains out there. Stop listening to these people that say it doesn't rain in Southern California. Lies. It don't snow in Florida. It ain't often, but it does. I know in Georgia, if they get a trace of snow, they will shut down the whole damn town. Oh my God, it's snow. Knowing good and well, they'll shut the town down, but in 2 hours, that snow will melt. That trace of snow will melt because it heats up that fast. I've been burnt so many times with family and friends. Who can I trust? I'm sorry that you went through that, CC. I really am. I truly do. But I believe you can find one. I'm pretty sure people are tired of hearing me say one, but you only need one. You only need to get it right once. You only need that one to elevate you or help you elevate. Not you should be elevating yourself, but one should be able to help you elevate. You should have that one to confide in. You should have that one you can trust. And I don't, and like I said, you don't gotta tell them everything, but you should have one that you can trust to tell your problem to. One person. That's all it takes. One person to help you grow. You don't need a stable of females. You don't need a stable of dudes. One. That's it. The snow never bothered me, but I just don't like it. Hey, listen, y'all know that Big Apple boy. I was telling people not too long ago, they got all these snow days. Man, we was going to we was in 8 inches of snow going to school. They got snow days. What snow days? We ain't no snow days going up. Down in Georgia, the kids got a whole week of school off. I was like, yo, I remember when I was going to school in New York. Man, we got that Thursday, that Friday off. That was it. These kids got just as many days out of school as they do in. Right? But they believe they trust this, they trust their education system. They can do that. Now, whether there's a lot of us that don't agree with it. There's a lot of us that homeschool it. We trust our process, they trust theirs. Let's see who wins. Or let's just combine it all together and let the person grow into their own person. Trust. There it goes again. You see what I mean? So we just have to understand that nothing can happen without trust. Nothing. Yeah, we did have to go to school. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. I was a little dude back then. I'm like, yo, really? I don't want to go to school. Your mom tell you don't get your ass out of here. You getting out of here. Or your grandmother got the switch at the table. You going somewhere. You know what I mean? They trusted that we was going to get to school, and they trusted that we was going to find our way back. Maybe it was for a break. Maybe for a reason. I don't know. But we know we had to do it. So we did it. But this is what we got to do today. We got to have somebody to trust. CC, I promise you, if you don't have, it's just like I said a long time ago. If y'all feel like y'all don't have nobody to talk to, I will make myself available for you, just so you understand that one person is truly in your corner. One person truly believes in you. One person trusts that you are going to go where you need to go. That's my offer to you. Am I extending myself? Maybe so. Excuse me. But I want you to know that, hey, there's one person that would go not to the limit, but they will extend themselves for me. Yo, your grandmother used to come home and tell you that it's time to go to school. Yeah, and it sucks that we are so separated that we feel like we don't have the trust. It goes back to the village. We used to trust the village. Our families used to be so in tune with each other. Listen, I'm going, but Aunt Becky Sue's gonna be there. Uncle Jojo gonna be there. Make sure nothing happens to this child. We don't have that. We don't have that no more. So because we don't have that, we ain't trusting nobody to do nothing. We ain't trusting nobody to do our expectations of people is so low. We don't trust them to boil water right. There are some nasty people, but we should have one person that we should be able to trust. Like I said, I got a brother. If he don't trust me, hey, I know what I do. I got a cousin. Hey, you trust me? If you don't know my work, then I don't know what to tell you. Tough Love said your content is your character. Your character is who you are. If you're going to stand up for something, stand up for it. If you're going to be a stand-up person, stand up for what you stand up for. Yes, New York was too crowded. It's still crowded. Right? They let me tell you about New York real quick. New York, you can't even go sideways. You got to go up. You're going into the sky. I'm so scared of New York. I'm thinking New York is turning into Babel, the Tower of Babel, Because all they doing is elevating up, 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 just to be confused. I don't want to be confused. I want to trust that my decisions are made. So it's time to move. It's time to get out of there. And I left. I left because I felt it was time to get away from there. And I did. And I don't regret none of it. No. Listen, man. Sometimes you fall. No. Sometimes as a kid, you stick with a team atmosphere, right? The Jets were the team. I just sneak in there and watch the games. The Mets were the same way. They played in the same stadium. And I had the greatest privilege of working for the Mets before moving down here. Right? Sometimes we stick to what's comfortable for us. Not because we trust it, but it's just comfortable for us. Nothing may never go right. Like the Jets may never win a Super Bowl until I die. But there's something. It's just something about, like, they may remind you of somebody. They may remind me of me. Like, I've been fighting all these years, but I'm a winner, so they're gonna win too. Right? I trust the process. There's a process to go through that we need to trust and go forward with it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But whatever. The point is trust. It's gonna get us to where we need to go. I'll make the suggestion that we have to find somebody to trust in order to relieve some of the stress that we're going through. Guess what? We're not getting no younger. We're really not. I don't think nobody here or nobody in the chat is 20. I don't think nobody, if I do get a 20-year-old, y'all need to listen carefully. I lived life with no male figures in my life. I outlived my father and his brothers. They only got to live to be 30 something. I'm saying that to say, listen, if I'm giving you advice, I hope you trust it and apply it to you. And if it doesn't work for you, it just don't work for you. But you gotta have that trust. You gotta lay that brick by brick down so the trust could be a part of your foundation. Everybody's not worthy of it. Some may not be deserving of it. But there is one that, maybe more than one. But start with one, please. Start with one. And then hopefully it'll grow. Like I said, we trust our kids, but everybody is not, all your kids is not, they're not supposed to be there all your life. You got to allow your kids to grow. You got to allow your kids to have a life. But what you can do is trust that what you taught them is the right thing and they apply it to their lives. I'm not going to stray too far away from trust, because trust is needed. It's needed in our lives. It's needed in our kids' lives. It's needed in everybody's life. We just got to find a way to have it for individuals. Like I said, I give you trust. A lot of people think trust is earned and not given, just like respect. I respect all of you, and I don't know a lot of you, but I know I made the right decision to give you the respect because it hasn't been brought back to me disrespectfully. So let's do that with trust. And I know we've been burned, and I know a lot of us been. I know it's been, like I said, it's been weaponized. It's been used against us. Okay, I get that. But let's not turn that minority into a majority. If that's a majority in our lives, we need to check ourselves, because there's no way in the world that everybody in our lives is not worthy of trust. If that's it, we got to look at what we drawing, what's being drawn to us. We got to examine ourselves then. Because if we can't find one person to trust, that's on us. That's on me. And if it's you, it's on you. I'm just a trusting person. So it's possible I could trust the wrong people. I'm pretty sure we all feel that way. But we have to find one to trust, you know, and we really need to do that soon in order to go forward. That's all I'm saying. Let's just start to build trust. Let this be a first stepping stone into our 2024. You know, wait a minute. Who's a diehard Mets fan? Cheeky, you a diehard Mets fan? You lying. Those are my guys, man. Those are my guys. Miss Coco says it's important to heal from broken trust because everybody will not do you the same. Yeah, you absolutely right. You're absolutely right, cuz we have to let that go. We have to stop believing that everybody is going to do the same thing to us. That means the trust in us is not working either. I can't trust nobody because the last person that I trusted told the story on me. The last person I trusted added to the story and used it against me. Okay, Miss 20 plus. You know I know, but we ain't gonna leave that right there because CC said brick only for me. Set in my way. Cheeky, stop it. You was not, you know what? Y'all playing around. Listen, if you do got a brick house or whatever, you got to make sure it's strong enough to hold whatever. You're not setting your ways. Stop it. Y'all be so nice sometimes. Y'all be making things up. Two types of people I never trust: Jets fans and Bengal fans. Insanity is a hell of a drug. Well, atmosphere, you do know that a broken clock will be right twice a day, right? So even if they don't win one time, even if they don't win, but one time, if I'm here to see it, I live life. Let me tell you something. A quick story, right? I worked for the Mets when they went to the World Series in 2015. I was there. It was rocking. It was electrifying. It was awesome. But when they lost that last game at the stadium, man, I just listen. I'm out of here. I left in the middle of the game. I'm not doing this. I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna close the stadium up. All right, I'll close it up tomorrow. Then I ain't doing this today. You know, sometimes the pain, you know, the pain of trusting these teams, right? It's not even a drug. It's like you trust that this team is worth it sometimes. And even if they don't win, I well, I'm not trusting that they're doing their damnedest to win. Because sometimes it's very hard to believe that. I just know that even with that, you got to put your best forward. And a lot, if they're not doing that, then hey, they're not. But I'm gonna put my best foot forward. It was Cheeky. I promise you, when I closed that stadium out, I was so sad. That stadium meant so much to me. Coming up, you had that. You had baseball games. You had football games. You had the carnival over there. It was so much going on. And man, I miss those days. But we got to grow up. And as we grow up, we got to trust. And so, you know, all of that comes hand in hand. But for real though, guys, we really do. We gotta start somewhere. Let's start today. Let's lay down a foundation to where and how we're going to start trusting people going forward. It's an asset and not a liability. So let's just do that going forward. Now I'm just going to read the comments. I thank y'all for taking the time, for hearing me. If y'all add something in the comments, I'll come back and piggyback off you guys. But but CC, I need you to, CC, I'm trusting you to start that channel though. I'm saying, I know what you told me. I'm gonna trust you. But I think you're awesome. I think you're an asset. You're an asset and not a liability. So I trust you to do that. Uh, Atmosphere, you know you about to be called out in a minute, right? Because at the end of the day, you know you're supposed to did your job for that birthday. Don't play. I don't know. I don't know if Meek's still in here. I'm gonna let Meek deal with that. I think she's gonna do a live interview, but I'm gonna let her handle that when she gets you. I'm gonna fall back on that one. But get her cheeky. Yeah, CC. Listen, I'm you lucky. I don't have a community walls. CC. I swear I would promote you. I will promote you every day just so you would hate me. I believe in you that much though. I trust that you. I trust in. I have that much trust in you. Fall back on what, Gary? I was getting in the car. No, I'm saying Atmosphere know he's supposed to do what he's supposed to do over this weekend. But I said I'm gonna let you handle that when you get ready to do your live because he thinks he's slick. I can't with you, cheeky. I can't. Listen, it's coming though, guys. I like I said, I'm trusting the process. I believe that, this thing is going to allow me to elevate and grow, and where I can, promote some things. Hey, Meek, I love that short right there that you put up not too long ago. I think I was going to use it to start the live today, but I didn't want nobody to say, I ain't want no strikes on myself. I just got here. Yeah, Atmosphere, you trust me? But that's what I'm saying. Like, even in the little relationships that we got right now, right? We believe that we can trust each other to a certain extent, right? Well, Miss Coco BX, she already know how I feel about her. She don't count. But I would love, like I said, if I have to be that one for you guys to trust, then so be it. I mean, if I fail you, if I fail you, then you know all I can do is apologize. I'm not planning to fail. I'm a winner. I don't quit, and that's why it took me a while to start this channel. I had to trust myself to be strong enough to do it. And like I always tell you guys, those that supported me, Miss Coco, Cheeky, CC. That's why I'm on her back like that. You guys gave me the strength and you trusted in me and said you gave me the confidence, like you can do it. So I'm doing it now. And I appreciate all of you guys. You showed a level and trust in me that, hey, you can really make this thing. You gave me the confidence. You trusted in me to say, yo, I see you can do this. That's a trusting format for me. So, I just, I truly appreciate that. And now it's time for me to return the favor. So CC, I'll probably see you somewhere today. I don't know if Selena's doing a live, but I'll probably see you over there. Thank you, because I try my best to be. Yeah, but that big old cheerleader Meek, she be starting too much though. She be doing too much with herself. But she's an awesome person. You know, Meek tells me all the time. You know what? She tells a story all the time. When I was driving to Atlanta, I knew Gary was gonna get on here and get me through the drive, and I just happened to pop up. It's an honor to be there for somebody. It's truly a humbling experience that someone trusts you to do something to add to their day, get them through their day or whatever the case may be. It should be an honor and a privilege, but most of all, it should be humbling. Right? I did, right? I came look. He's like, where is he at? I don't know if she sung the song like I don't know if she said bust it down 3 times and I appeared. I don't know. But I just knew she was going to do a live and we just drove on down to Atlanta. But like I said, without trust, I promise y'all, without trust, nothing can happen. Nothing. And I'm gonna just leave that right there where it's at. Once again, you guys, I am truly humbled that you took the time to listen to the conversation. I hope and pray that you guys have an awesome day, but most of all, I hope and pray that you can find that one person to begin to trust. Just remember, guys, it's an asset and not a liability. It's an addition and not a subtraction. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to end this live. Thank y'all for coming through. I hope so, Meek. And I hope, yeah, you know what? You know what, Meek? Trust him right now. Trust him, and he going to listen. Do your best, Meek, and God going to do the rest. If you believe that you're doing the right thing for the right reason, stand your ground and see the salvation of the Lord. He's gonna get you through this thing. I'm beyond trust with that. I'm ready to guarantee that. Book it, whatever you're gonna do. But if you know that you're doing everything, that's for everybody that's still in the chat. If you know that you are doing everything that you're supposed to do, trust him the most. Tisha Z's, good morning. How you doing? Trust him. You're gonna get to where you gotta get to. If you don't trust nobody else, trust that. Right? But with that being said, I hope everybody, hears the message. And Tisha Z's rather, we're talking about trust. I don't know if you have somebody that you can trust. I know, we need to find somebody, at least one person that we can trust, pretty much. Because without trust, the foundation of life may not be all that we think it is. Because if we're going through a problem, we need somebody to trust that they're going to have our back. We got to trust that, they're not going to do nothing to harm us. They're going to get us to a well lit place in life and not a dark place. But just try to find one. But, hopefully you guys you guys catch the replay or whatever. I thank you guys for coming. I thank you guys if you hit the like button. I thank you if you didn't hit the like button. I just hope and pray that this word, this live allows you to understand the importance of trust, and most of all, trusting yourself that you're doing the right things in order to go forward. Not just today, but every day. But let's just start with today. Okay, there you go. Tish, you got your one. And that's what I'm telling everybody. If you don't have, if you only got to get it right one time. And I pray that your wife continue to have your back, and she's the one that's always going to be there for you. That's a blessing. Having that one with you is always an awesome thing. But with that being said, guys, I thank you guys for stopping by. I thank you guys for taking the time to hear the conversation or the content. And with you guys talking back to me, we turned it into a conversation. May it be something that can help you and not hinder you. Let's go on out there and start this Monday off with a bang. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.